Well, and here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today we are, well, I'll be full disclosure. This is not my first shot at Jumpstart Historic Horizons. I did play one round when it first came out. I wanted to give it a try. It turned out to be very lucky. There are so many cards in the set now that it's gonna take a while to keep track of all things. So we're pretty much gonna have to pay attention to what we get. Also, because the contents of the packs are not set in stone. But first of all, we're going to at least cash one in and. Okay, you know what? Hey, Jeff Ellis, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you too. Actually, it's evening here, but good morning. Yeah, good morning, good evening. Hey, Jericho, thank you for liking the stream as well. So, hey, you know what? Since we have a few viewers here, what do you think should I pick? I am looking at Sliver Hive because that usually has the best mythic, but it might be the hardest one to build around. Okay, so Jericho says I had slivers last time. How did you find it? Okay, so that's one vote for slivers. Jeff, how about you? You think I should go for slivers as well? On the bright side, it opens us to all the colors. Okay, you know what? I think we will go for slivers. It is looking quite good here. Let's make sure I don't click it wrong. Oh, and you do get a confirmed pick, so that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Yeah, I got the first sliver and hive. Well, I can't say no to value, but let's see if we can get anything good from this one. Let's see if we can get what's in pack 2. Ooh, slivers. So our option is animated, which feels a bit like the old one. Also, kind of relies on artifacts. In the machine also looks like it relies on artifacts a bit. Humans feels like the safest pick. Nothing too exciting here. What do you guys think? I'm kind of leaning on Okay, let's see. They also give us a clue as what we're getting. The skilled animator, not exactly exciting. Chrome Courier, when put the top 2 cards. If you put an artifact card in your hand this way, not exactly a good combo with Sliver. Actually, okay, if Disciple of the Sun's what we're getting, I might go with humans for this one. Let's go for that one. So, Human Hive, and let's see if we dug ourselves a hole or not. So, let's take a look at our... Oh, we can't drag anything out. So we got first Sliver, we got a few good humans. Shapeshifter also counts as a sliver. So we got Predatory Sliver, Manowef Sliver, so Diffusion Sliver. First Sliver's chosen. Ooh, that's actually a good one. Also in white as well, so that's a nice one. Oh, we got another Elite Spellbinder, so that's a nice hit on humans. So, and also a Talis Lieutenant, so we do have some interesting shots here. I wouldn't call this super powered because we did draft into slivers, but... Oh, Alfonso Paul says Sliver Hive is a scam. Oh my goodness. No. Well, you know what? I'm gonna try it out anyway, so that I'm gonna try it out anyway, see how well we do. It really depends if the opponent has any removal as well. At least we hit an Artless Act. Most importantly, we hit our Prophetic Prism, so we got a good shot here. Also, because the lands are not coded to whatever group you're in, you can easily... Okay, we're gonna do Prophetic Prism. Always draw a card whenever possible. This one looks good. So, Sliver creatures you control have discard and draw. I'm concerned that our opponent might have removal, but I guess if they're going to remove something, it would be under Blur Sliver, so we'll go for it. Oh, they do have removal. Or some sort of response, at least. It's worth a shot to get any removal out early as possible while it's still worth it. So let's see if we can get... Okay, no. They do have something. Maybe they're choosing not to spend it on a lowly 2/2, which might make sense, I guess. Let's see what they really are in. Spore Swarms, Saprolings. Okay, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So thankfully, because of the haste, we actually get 2 shots of swapping these planes out. Ooh. So opponent going for the no real value. It's just a 1-shot lose. Yeah, they missed out the storm at least. And we can Heartless Act it next on if we have to. I probably will Heartless Act it anyway. Yeah, Storm, it doesn't count itself, it counts other spells that you cast. So our opponent went for Storm 0, so you got nothing out of it. And these are Saprolings, not Oozes, so that's kind of a whiff. Nice 2-2, buddy. So discard the planes. Fencing Ace. We'll discard the planes. Light of Hope. Light of Hope, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I'm not so sure if they have enchantments, so if I can wait on this, I'll wait on it. I kind of want to play Heartless Act anyway. Yeah, and I kind of want to put in the Fencing Ace, so we'll pass. Got a Mana Weft Sliver, so that's even better for us. Doing this now, hopefully our opponent doesn't have anything else. And you know what, since we're already here, I'm gonna swing with these guys. If our opponent just sends 2 onto 1 sliver, we can Light of Hope it. Kinda wish I dumped the Mana Weft Sliver first in this case. Oh, nice. So could have put this out first, but our opponent would have been really suspicious about that. So there, we cleared the board. Good job, us. Opponent's about to get their big 6 drop though, so we may need to hit our big guns too. Yeah, Prophetic Prism doing relatively good work. Opponent passing. Okay. Let me play the Rupture Spire. You can tap the black mana. Well, I'm pretty sure opponent has a response for this. There's no way he's sitting on this much mana and doing nothing. I'm gonna send the probably another flash. Like could be another Spore Swarm. No, opponent's taking it. Do I want? I'm wondering if our opponent has a board wipe in their deck. That's the thing. We have no clues because the lands are all generic, which actually is good. It makes things more interesting. Also, an argument could have been made. I could have just chosen not to play the land and played Wingsteed Trainer next turn. So, Conjuring Stormfront Pegasi constantly is very good. Right now, okay, opponent's cycling. They're relatively in trouble? I'm not so sure. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch though. Let's be wary. Let's see how things are going. Also, probably should close this one here. Conserve bandwidth. I'm currently trying out Opera GX to see if it has any effect on the stream. I don't think it does. But anything that says that eats lesser resources compared to Google Chrome, I'm all in for trying. Opponent is going for the Sarkhan Scorn. That's a big Scorn. Okay, can't protect that. But if we start drawing lands, I'm going to start pitching, which is kind of a good thing here. It's a shame I could not put the counter here, but clearing that board of saps is pretty good for us. Okay, Anointed Chorister, not such a great option. The Wingsteed Trainer is, though. Actually, Wingsteed Trainer, then pitching cards to the Hollowhead Sliver that way, that's actually something I would consider as... Oh, enters or conjure a card. I might actually just send the Hollowhead and the Fencing Ace. Hold back the Mana Weft. And you know, you might as well cast this now because the ability doesn't require mana. Yeah, Hollowhead Sliver actually looking quite good. Yeah, this one's not so bad. Okay, it's 6 mana for 4 power, 4 toughness. Opponent goes Chatterstorm. So, single token. Yeah, it looks like our opponent chose squirrels, but not exactly getting the storm part. Probably kind of unfortunate. Based on what they've played out, yeah, it looks like they're playing out really expensive stuff. So, kind of squirrel's kind of a disadvantage for our opponent right now. And our opponent concedes there. It looks like it's also possible our opponent might be unfamiliar with Storm. But I don't think so. I think what's more likely happening is that our opponent ended up with a pairing that is not fully able to take advantage of it. So we got our first win. Cashed in. Hey, something to remember our opponent by. Shitter Spitter. So we'll see if we can. We'll try to do our best to get our second win immediately so that we can spin the wheel again. Do another shot of Historic Horizons. I really enjoyed the Jumpstart format. Okay, so our lands are not as great as before. Having multiples of these, not so good. We can slow our opponent down with Elite Spellbinder, and we do have the first sliver, so something to consider. We will go for this one. Also note that it's turn 1, turn 2, or I can choose to turn 2 this one if our opponent's not so aggro. Yeah, cycling, so not too aggro. Okay, we got 2 colors already. Note that the Unknown Shores probably combos to the Prophetic Prism, so we're looking for another mana source. Okay, we just need to keep drawing cards, that's the important part. Triumph of Gerard looks good. I guess next turn what we'd probably do is just Elite Spellbinder immediately. Opponent seems to have gone mono red so far. Yeah, especially if the game decides to give you this. Oh, they're Mighty Dragons. In fact, let's take a look. I'm pretty sure there are dragons. Oh, they're also in slivers. Okay, so that Cloud Shredder Sliver, first sliver is chosen. Rapacious. We'll take the Rapacious Dragon because that fixes the rest of their mana. If they hit white, then good for them. Also, Sliver with Exalted is a problem. No, they hit a Belligerent Sliver. That's kind of fine. Okay, let's do some mana counting. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I want to play the Fencing Ace first, actually. We're probably never going to block the Belligerent Sliver at this point, which it might be fine. Until our opponent hits their white mana, in which case then we're in big trouble. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't get to cast this quite yet. Oh, opponent's still stuck, but he might have something. So we're still a turn delayed, but we can Talius Lieutenant, Triumph of Gerard, Shield of Fire. So we don't get that benefit, but we'll take it. Diffusion Sliver. Whenever sliver you control becomes the target of a spell. Okay. So, Talius Lieutenant. I could play Anointed Chorister, but I'm probably not gonna block anyway, so looks like Paulo Vito Damo de Rosa is going all the way. Looks like we're benefiting from the fact our opponent is missing mana, and we managed to get a shot at taking this out. So next turn this becomes a 6/4. And we get the 5, and we get the Cascade into, well, not necessarily something great. I think our opponent has more removal if they're looking at Talia's Lieutenant, which is fine. If we can hit one more mana, Sarkhan. Okay, he can start making this cheaper. Oh wait, no, it's Dragon Spell cards in your hand. This is Exile thing. So he can conjure a Shivan Dragon, which might damage target creature. Okay, forced to do that, so that makes sense. So he did hit another Plains. So, Anointed Chorister. First Sliver. Into a Predatory Sliver. Opponent, of course, gonna trade this off, which is kind of fine. So now, next is Diffusion. Oh wait, target creature controlled the greatest power gains flying first strike lifelink. Oh, and there's Enderland entered cycling. Okay, they get the Shivan Dragon next turn, so that's gonna be a problem. So we're not out of the woods yet. Opponent might as well... No, opponent can't swing because 8, 9, 10, 11... Yeah, that's going to be lethal. Also probably doesn't want to swing with the flyer if our opponent reads Triumph of Gerard. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, give that one a boost. I don't think we have any more 1-drop spells. I have to consider this because I could also just swing with everything actually. Oh wait, first we play a land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, we can actually still cast this. Cascade. Light of Hope, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Probably Predatory Sliver. Swing with everything at our opponent. I think our opponent can still survive, but if their next play is casting Shivan Dragon after that, that might be a problem. Also, it's just slivers you control, so it's not the really good kind. I'm kind of okay with our opponent just chumping everything here. Actually, if they do that, they're dead. Okay, maybe not so dead. He can one block. I'm fine with that. 8, 9, 10, 11. Opponent says good game. Yeah, the opponent probably was better off just blocking this first sliver at that rate. But you know what? So sorry, Alfonso Paul. Okay, I'll be honest. 9 times out of 10, the Sliver Hive is going to be impossible to pull off. It just because I got it to work one time does not make it. Does not mean it's not a scam. I think scam is a bit of a harsh word for it, though. I would say it's very unreliable. It's really made for constructed. It's really more of like sliver, chicken dinner, something like that. And okay, we got a pool of vigorous growth. So this is the Momir card. So we're going to resign this one, and we're gonna do another one. So for those who are still watching, you guys help me decide what I should take next. So let's do a Jumpstart here. And for the record, I've already taken Davriel, so I'm actually open to taking either scaled up or flickering. Of course, Davriel is pretty. I've already done Davriel before. It's pretty good for control, I would say. It's actually a very good... It's a good way to mess up a lot of your opponent's opening hands because there's a lot of discard. But I'm willing to try other stuff. But what do you guys think? Should I try the scaled up or should I try flickering? Davriel is great. Yes, I know Davriel is great. But I want to see if I should take Davriel again or if I should try something else. Normally, I would be collecting the land art, but because there's no land art, it's really all just for the cards. Also, nasty for the Lark combo. Yeah, I've seen some people talk about the Lark combo. I've seen some streamers be victim of the Lark combo. I'm not exactly interested in going to historic quite recently, but you know what? I guess it's fine. I could take another. I could take Davriel again, just for the funsies. I can probably craft Soul Herder easily. It is a few uncommons, I guess. I'm probably missing out on Restoration Angel. That's probably the rare I'm concerned with. Also scaled up. Not too sure what I'm getting from there. And oh, well, there's squirrels and there's relentless. There's a black signal here, so there's some help. It helps a bit, but okay. You know what? I'm gonna do the 2 Planeswalker combo again. So it's gonna be Davriel Kiora. Probably again I'm skipping on the okay, so first thought is we are a bit on the heavy on the top end here. We do have a few cheap cards, but not too many of them. Our best bet is to take advantage of this card to slow down our opponents. So it's a good thing we have regular Davriel. It's a shame Kiora does not. This is the first mono blue Kiora. I would have loved to have Kiora with a smaller Kiora to go with it, just like Davriel has his other Davriel. But there seems to be a good amount of card value here between Manowar, Tome of the Infinite. Oh yeah, this is the big value there. I'll take that. So we'll see how well we do in this one, and let's see if we can do. Let's see if we can get at least 3 shots. So this is our second, for those tuning in, this is our second shot into Historic Horizons on the stream. So there is a Skyclave Squid. I'm not too keen on playing Floodhound turn 1 because we're missing mana anyway. So, but I will keep this one. This might be the worst possible keep I can think of though. Like, I would need at least one more man. Okay, first, let's be polite, say hello. And kind of slightly ruin their day with Burglar Rat. Opponent, ooh, they're angels here, so probably a set of flyers. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Missing land drops in this setup is probably the worst thing that could happen, and it will probably happen a lot. Well, we did hit our land drop, but it's awfully slow. This doesn't have flash. Not that I want to play it out anyway. Oh, but we can swing with both. Opponent's actually gonna take it, so we're gonna Floodhound here. If we keep missing land drops, I will start investigating. Opponent's going in on the artifacts. Hold on. Conjure a card named Crouch. Okay, untap target creature or land. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to or dealt by that permanent. Interesting. But if we can wait, we'll wait. Let's mess up their resources as much as possible. So let's take out the pacifism because we can kind of deal with the Steel Fin Whale. It's a shame that the random did not hit that, but it's fine. So we're sending everything, even the dog. Kind of cruel. Opponent's gonna trade the artifact, which means they do actually get to cast this one. And this is whenever you cast a spell with mana 4 or greater. Okay. So So we get this. We can kind of swing, but it's meaningless here. Conjure a card named Kraken Hatchling, put it in your hand. We do have another Kraken here as an option. So the one thing to note is our opponent can actually just swing all in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is untap, dealt to and dealt by that permanent. That's correct. So we want to do it here, not on our own stuff, because our opponent can tap. Yeah, see? That's what they're going to do. So hold back. Our opponent can tap again. We need one more mana for Tolarian Kraken. Yeah, that's I kind of expected that. So we only get it down because of the nuke here. Scry 1 looks good. Yeah, opponent noticed the oopsies. So we're going to actually conjure a Coordinate Kraken Hatchling in your hand. Cast that. And we're gonna tighten this up. So the plan is pretty much we might give up Kiora and give ourselves an 8/8 Kraken, which we can okay, opponent cycling looks good. Opponent can say tap the Kraken Hatchling, which I actually don't mind. That's the one I want to sacrifice anyway. No, our opponent could have a pump effect, so I want to get it out of the way. Yep, that works. So it's a good thing we got that out. It's a good thing we got that out because I don't want that hitting our Kraken at this point. Though what we can do is we can actually make another Kraken first because we're not in a hurry. We get to do Tolarian Kraken.
It's a baby, and still bigger than you.
And we could actually send blue over, but we probably won't. I could send to attempt a trade at least, but no, we're about to crash in with bigger stuff. Opponent has Winged Shepherd. Okay, so now we need to go for it. The Icy Manipulator is a problem, though, I would say. So we do get the free scry. Whenever you draw a card, oh, that's good. Tap or untap target creature. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on the phage. Okay, so do I give it up now or do I attempt? Okay, so I have choices to make. I know our opponent can tap this down. It's gonna slip through anyway. It gets down to 1, so it kind of becomes a wasted effort. So yeah, we're gonna sack 1. Let's give their Icy Manipulator something to hold down. Also, the Oniro Phage should be able to keep pace eventually. So that's kind of our plan here. Exile Fairgrounds. Okay, so our opponent is going all flyers. We know we're losing Kiora. That's a given. And by tapping that, they want to make sure. So thank you for the 8/8 Kiora. Oh, they're going for. Okay, they're going. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Let's scry anyway, because why not? I don't think we need another island right now. Davriel's Withering. Okay. I actually want to. Oh, it's an instant, so we can do. Let's see how our opponent blocks before we decide. Also, we can actually start making clues with this. So opponent chump blocks that. That makes sense. Mass block here. So okay, so that's a 4. We can take this out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that's a super mass block. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So opponent made a very good block there, which I'm kind of okay with anyway. Whenever it Sustainer of the Realm blocks, it's +0, +2. Now, okay, now the problem is we're now kind of in a race, so we need to start cracking these. Also, the flyer race might be a problem here. Yeah, we could actually lose this one because of that swing, but then again, the Kraken wasn't exactly doing anything. So taking. Okay, we hit a Davriel. Our opponent's card's out, so we actually don't want Davriel here. We do want the clue. Oh, perfect. So that one can keep growing, so I'm actually going to just bubble snare this cheaply. Hey, Tim Sopcat, thank you for tuning in. How are you doing right now? I got this. Okay. Looks like our opponent is about to tap down the Kraken, so that's gonna always happen. We'll have to let that resolve. At least we get to lock down this Valkyrie all the time. Let's see. Let's draw a card. We could scry first, but yeah, I probably should have scried first. Also, because the Sustainer of the Realm can block this profitably, so we're gonna have to actually pass. Yeah, we should scry first. Our opponent has only one ground attacker anyway. We kind of missed that one. So opponent's gonna swing with every flyer. They're a bit antsy. Manowar's good. So we're gonna make yet another clue. So we can Manowar the Winged Shepherd, force them to. Yeah, that, you know what? Scry first. Let's see what we can hit off the top. We don't want that island. So. Ooh, we missed one mana. We could have sniped that out. We could place a land. Probably not. We'll swing anyway. Our opponent is forced to... Yeah, they're gonna cycle it. Okay. I don't think they hit anything of worth. So we'll also send in blue as well. So the question is, can we survive? Our opponent can make another token. Okay, so they're probably gonna just use the Icy Manipulator on the... Oh, they conceded. Okay, we got there. Nice. And we got... And there we go. We're actually pushing quite well. We didn't eat... Kiora did a very good job. We didn't need small Davriel that time. Small Davriel is actually very good to hit early, but later, not so much. Also, messing them up on their card draw is actually a very good thing. Well, we didn't mess up their card draw. It's more like we hit their resources, so that was very good. And we didn't get the Bears pack earlier, but we do get Ayula. Are there enough bears? I think we might need changelings for that though. So far so good. We're currently 3-0, and by saying that I probably jinxed myself. So it's very possible we might not. We're actually bound to lose sometime. Like, okay. We know we're blue-black. We just happen to have a lot of action, except for Gorman. That's actually a blank. I'm actually willing to keep this. Anyway, I did say we are... So, if our opponent doesn't have burn, I'm probably just gonna go Davriel. Okay, Mirsar is fine. Actually, we can wait. Let's Predation our opponent. So we're looking for cards 3 or greater, so that's like, ooh, Prophetic Titan and Gouge Zealot. Let's read this one. Whenever it attacks, if there are 4 or more types to each creature. Okay, we're not... Prophetic Titan's probably the bigger issue. They are a ways away though. The Marauder's probably gonna be a problem. I'm surprised our opponent didn't go... Well, it actually makes sense our opponent didn't go for that first. Opponent goes Rust Monster. So I need to decide now what to take next of our opponent. But here's the caveat. If we don't hit an island, we're in real trouble. So... Let's see. Opponent can have Gouge Zealot. Because this spell has Cascade as long as there are 4 or more types. Can't block. Our opponent's going to be able to cast this anyway, so we're going to hit the Gouge Zealot. So we're taking a bit of an early beating here. We're probably going to lose Davriel if we play... But you know what? We might have to do it anyway. It's just to stop getting hit. But yeah, we did take this one knowing that this was a possibility. So okay, take out their last card. We deal 2. That's might be the only damage we'll get to deal here because we kept a very sketchy hand. So also first strike's an issue. Okay, we hit an island, so Manowar, this can't block, we can... This one, sacrifice an artifact. So that one can grow, and that's an issue, so... We're gonna just keep the Rust Monster tapped down. We'll take another 4. Yeah, we know it's kind of sketchy. We can kind of Omen of the Sea. Okay, opponent gets a nice redraw. If we can hit another blue mana, we can get Tolarian Kraken down. If not, we just go Manowar, bounce. Well, that. We're bouncing that. Also hit Kiora, Tide's Fury. We can use this one plus... So you need a blocker, and we need to also delay. Opponent can sack that in response, actually. So actually, by putting it there, we can take the tree, Kiora of Tide's Fury, to keep this guy locked down for a bit until we can hit our second. Oh, they might have a burn spell. Sarkhan's. Oh, that's actually fine, but actually we were kind of dead next turn, but it could have been worse. We could have been dead immediately. Yeah, that's gonna do. We did take out our lightning spear, but yeah, that was admittedly very sketchy. I'm doing okay. Oops, misclick. I'm doing well. Hope the same to you. Have you played many combinations so far? Aside from the ones I'm doing on stream now, I only did one other Jumpstart off screen. It basically, when it first came out, it was Teo Davriel, so not much of a combo. You missed out on the Sliver Human combo. That one was relatively interesting. And even though it went well for us, we won both games. I actually agree with Alfonso Paul that the Sliver Hive does feel a bit. It does feel sketchy. We did get to cast it though, and we did get to cascade off it a few times. Yeah, I really wish there's a way for me to get an audio alert whenever something comes up on chat. I think it makes sense that there's no audio alert because some, like the big streamers, like their chat just goes, ooh, it just keeps going through and through. Makes me wonder how sometimes they're able to read it. Well, I guess it gives them an incentive, gives people an incentive to pay money so that the auto reader gets it. But that's Twitch. I never considered going on Twitch. Yep, let's make sure we play the correct one. So we can. Nice, we get to see Mistwalker all. Kargan Dragon Rider. Okay, we got the murder. I'm probably not incentivized because if our opponent has this kind, I'm not so sure if it's zombies or goblins, so I might want to save the tightening coils for something bigger. Let's see what our opponent has. We know they have dragons, just off the Kargan Dragon Rider. But let's beg the question, would I rather... Oh, opponent's passing. Okay. Changeling flying. It has a large enough butt. So that's why I'm playing it. It will need to eat a big removal spell like the Sarkhan spell. That would be a good one. So next turn, Beetleback Chief. So they do have goblins. We have a way to block at least. So you know what? I need to see what they have in their deck. Okay, raise the Draugr, Munitions Expert. When it enters the battlefield, you may have it deal damage to target creature equal to the number of goblins you control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, nice. So our opponent gets to hit that one. I could have bounced one, but it would still be able to kill it anyway. So I'm swinging it with it now because our opponent doesn't have much of anything else. They probably just flash it in to kill it. They could do it on their own turn though, I suppose. Oh, I shouldn't have swung with it, so to force them to do it on their own turn. And oh, they hit Mons also. Oh, we whiffed on that one earlier. Okay. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one because we didn't get anything real down. That's fine. At least we lost quickly. And actually, we should have held back so that our opponent would have been forced. Also, our opponent has raised the Draugr, so they can actually just buy back Mons. So we can actually concede this one. We don't have a board wipe. Yeah, we can concede this one. So not exactly doing well with this combination. I'll admit, this combination was intentionally very greedy. Maybe it's gonna be an object lesson. Instead of choosing the other Planeswalker, maybe choose one of the other ones that share a color with their first pick. That would have been a lot easier on your mana. So that said, you know what? I think after this, there is still time for us to do one more, unless I go on a very big losing streak. We did get that one early win, but that one was kind of a hard-fought one. Also, I'm starting to notice that with the way that sets are designed now, the first player advantage seems to be very big. Like back in the days, we'd say, "Oh, just skip the draw step. That's enough of a disadvantage for being first player." At this point, maybe it's not enough anymore. So I'm gonna keep this one. I'm not incentivized to cycle this because we do need to hit lots of mana with our deck. The cycling to draw the Phage would be nice, but our first plan is to basically empty as much of our opponent's hand as possible. One is playing Elves. That's another good one. Ooh. Elves and artifacts? The Elves part might be what kills us here. Song of Freyalise. Okay, so taps to add mana, or taps to hit us for 2. So we probably want to just hold back. Okay, we got Playcrafter's Familiar. I guess we can play that instead of playing Davriel's Withering. Might as well swing. Forces our opponent to have an answer for this, which I guess is fine. Next turn we can, if our opponent plays another card, we can just canticle everything out. Especially if they're just drawing. I'm pretty sure they have something big. Trumpeting Herd. Oh, there's a rebound to go with it, so the Playcrafter's Familiar is going to be very useful, actually. So do I want to empty their hand, or do I want to just play the Phage? I can also play Mistwalker and then shrink something, but it'll still kill whatever we play out. Well, technically we can trade with the Burglar Rat. I'm actually gonna empty out our opponent's hand first. Also, opponent concedes very fast. Okay, we managed to. We did not deserve that win. If our opponent knew what we had in hand, they were going to get another 3/3. We were going to. Davriel's Withering, nice removal. Oh, Davriel's Withering it's very relevant in the sense that it functions like an aura without the drawbacks of being an aura. So it's kind of like playing back in Portal 3 Kingdoms. They had this one card, just don't point it at an opponent's Vesper Lark. Yeah, duly noted. So we actually have enough time. We probably will do one more, and let's not be too greedy. This is our second pool of Vigorous Growth. The game's trying to tell us something. Play Momir. I wonder if people are willing to do friendly matches where it's don't play any play two lands, then play that one, and that's it. I don't know, but it would be definitely not happening on the queue. But maybe you could convince your friends. Makes it actually would be nice to have like a friendly Momir event. It's not something that you want to, well, I guess there is a bit of There's a little bit of tech, and it does eat some resources, so that's an issue. Anyway, let's do one last one for the day. And okay, so our opponent did modular. Our opponent last time had modular. That one looked good. We also have energy. This one also looks good. And we got vampires, which looks a bit boring, to be honest. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the three of them? Should I go for energy, vampires, or modular? What's your take? At least the modular looks exciting, and it looks like there are enough artifact synergies. Worst case scenario, the modular would pair up with the +1/+1. What do you guys think about this? Like, at least with modular, it's +1/+1 counters and artifacts, so you can do well with either one of the two. With energy, it's all energy, so it's nice to craft, but I don't think it's that great. I'm really leaning towards modular at this point. Okay, so let's do modular. And yeah, just making sure no one's gonna yell at me last minute. And I already did Teo, so I'm not incentivized to do Teo again. There's cycling, which also feels boring. There's scavenger, which gets stuff out of the yard, which might be relevant. I could do Teo again, but this would be my second time with Teo as well. I actually want to try something else. Let's go scavenger. Maybe we. Yeah, I want to do scavenger more than cycling here. Let's give that one a try. So let's see if we bought ourselves a good one or a dud. So okay, a few cards that check on artifacts. Mana Gorger Phoenix looks interesting. So this is a discard deck with a little rebound. So there's actually a lot of discard and redraw. So basically some madness shenanigans. There's enough static discharges to be interesting as far as removal is concerned. Aether Shield Artificer doesn't look great. I'm liking actually the scavenger half a lot more than the artifact half. But we'll see. This one might be our first dud for the night. So we'll probably bring this as far as like 1.5 hours if ever. But this will definitely be our last one for the day. So we get Martyr into a static discharge. So we're gonna keep this, and we can actually cycle the Forgotten Cave for once. As always, be polite, say hello. Opponent leads on Lano or Elves. Okay. We can slightly wait on the static discharge, I suppose. Teo, the Shield Mage. Hold on, this targets any target. Makes a wall.
Put me out front.
Not waiting. Destroy target artifact you control. Okay, we'll do that. So it looks like the Martyr provided the Proliferate. And Sky Shroud Lookout, so... Ooh, this is actually very good. Searching for more elf... Oh, wait. It's Seek an Elf card, so we have no idea what elf they got. So probably want to put a +1/+1 counter on this, since we're not no reason to swing quite yet. So we will swing with Burning Tree Vandal. Use the Revolutionist to get stuff back. So that's our plan here. Opponent goes Llanowar Tribe. Okay, that's a very nice. We hit. Hold on. Destroy target artifact you control. Gains flying until end of turn. Yes, we're gonna Madness. And that buys us back Static Discharge, which now hits for 4. I don't think our opponent's gonna... I could have swung with Martyr to encourage another trade, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So next turn, we'll actually be able to drop Arcbound Shikari into another Static Discharge if need be. Opponent's just gonna take it, because this is a lot of mana though. If our opponent has a Crater Hoof Behemoth, we're probably dead anyway, no matter what. Next turn, we can probably snipe the Llanowar Tribe because that's a lot of mana. Sky Shroud Ambush. That's fine. They draw a card. Lumbering Light Shield. Reveals the Shikari, which is fine. Because it's still... Opponent still has 4 green mana though. Another fight spell? Maybe. Pacifism. Okay. That's... Okay, opponent's tapping out for us almost everything. Yeah, this one kind of whiffed because we lost Zabaz, but anyway, we need to snipe this one now. And I am willing to swing with everything here. Opponent probably just blocks one with the light. Oh, they could just block with both. What am I thinking? That was dumb. Oops. So let's see. This has indestructible, so
I train every day.
ooh, and this one becomes even bigger. So that now we have a big problem. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, they can do it here also, I guess. They're gonna play it safe though. It has indestructible, so no point blocking. Moment of heroism. Oh. Yeah, we kind of goofed up on that one. Modular Riot. I can go for the haste, but let's see. It's a 4/4 haste. It just gets blocked by the 6/5, so we need the +1/+1 counter. Yeah, we need to hold back. Yeah, I should not have swung with this one. This would have been a nice blocker. Our opponent most likely just pumps stuff up instead of making more light shields, which is a problem, especially when they get... Well, the good news is they don't have a white creature card in the graveyard yet. This is the only one they can get back. We're gonna lose a lot of resources in the process, though.
We can push them back.
Like, I can swing with this one, then the modular moves it elsewhere. Our opponent's not gonna swing for us. I love to swing with Martyr at the cost just to buff these guys a bit. But that feels a bit like a waste. I'd rather have it on defense. This one will trade with the 5/4. But it makes this one a lot better. Now let's hope our opponent does not have another pacifism. That would be a disaster. Okay, good. They're flooding. Our opponent can do emblem, but it does nothing until their light shield hits the graveyard. It does become very annoying though, but it's actually not that bad. Our opponent can buff one of the other guys. It does absolutely nothing. Our opponent can also just conjure another battle shield, which... Yeah,
Move the
It does
line.
nothing for us, but it gives them another blocker. We're also flooding badly as well, so that's something to consider. It does give us an excuse to swing. Like, our opponent can mass block, but first strike is a big plus for us. Now I want to hold on to one land because we do have discard and draw. Wow, opponent's flooding badly too. And they conceded because, well, yeah, because of that one goof up, but it wasn't the end. It depends. If you believed you would draw something else, it would have been good, but I think our opponent lost all faith at that point. So we're already at the 1 hour mark, so definitely claim our prize. We'll try to get our second win and call this a night. Another chitter spitter. The game's trying to tell me something. I wonder why. Like, between the 2 chitter spitters and the 2 reflect and the 2 pool of reflection that makes us play Momir, I think the game's trying to tell me that I probably should not go into Historic anytime soon. Unless someone has a good plan for what to do with the deck. Okay, so... cycle or discard. I kind of want to do the Mouser first, but this actually can wait. So we're going to play this one out first. We might... If we draw more lands, I might... I could also just play Step. Yeah, I'm going to just play the Step here. Because we now have a sequence where we can discard and draw. Aether Shield Artificer is nice. So we need to see what else we get. Uh-oh. Opponent has a way to kill our artifacts, so not so good anymore. I'm actually gonna give it haste. Because I want to encourage a block. We do have ways to get it back, so... Yes, I want to do that. Also, I might have misread it. Oh, it's them sacrifice an artifact. Well, that's fair, because it's 2 damage to any target. That's also a thing. Hobble Fiend. Okay, what does Mana Gorger Phoenix do? Flying, can't block. When you cast a spell, if it's in your graveyard, if it has more, return it, and it perpetually gains. Okay. So I can actually pitch this in the yard? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So next turn... So we have Light of Hope to buff something. And I can cast Artificer, so hold on. For each red in that spell's mana cost, so... Doesn't actually work with our white spells. I'll still play this. It's still a 3/3. Now I'm gonna do this to offer okay, opponent's not biting. Take that. So we have Light of Hope as an option. We can also just cycle Forgotten Cave at this point. Opponent. Yeah, so they got the sequence where they can sack the artifacts. We did not get that one, which I think is fine. I would rather have that one instead. So, oh, X+3. I hope you have more burn. Yeah, so we're doing reasonably well here. Though we are kind of out of resources, so that's not, we get to cycle again at least. Opponent has another Arcbound card, so it's Arcbound all the way. Okay, I don't want to actually use Lightning Axe on either of these two. because they just can just grow the other. I don't mind if they double. So this is sorcery. Then they move the counters there. Waste of static discharge. But we managed to pilot on them at least. But yeah, that feels really bad. Also, we need to check. I think we only have one counter on the Mana Gorger Phoenix so far. Opponent does get the static discharge off. So they used up both of their static discharges. So any lands we keep, we probably want to hold on. Arcbound Slasher. They are hitting all their art. Oh, then that's a big one too. I'm not going to discard this time. I want to see how they block. Now our opponent can sack it, but they're just going for the trade. The important thing is we did not get them to benefit off the modular, unlike us. Also, we still have first strike, though our opponent can make this 3-2. Oh, still fine. Opponent is forced to block. Well, that did not help us. We will hold on to it, though. Our opponent can actually double block here. Nope, they did not. They just single blocked. Well, actually, no. The double block would not have worked either. They would have had to sack one first. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. That was fine. The chump block was correct. Opponents in desperation mode. Now they're sacking their lands. And our opponent concedes there. We actually got there. So that was actually a very good run for us. So three different jump starts, three different combinations. I would say that the Planeswalker sets are not as overpowered. They can be, they're still very good, but there are still situations where they can be a bust. Having a good curd would be nice also. Josh D. Shank is now following, and thank you for not having a name that that is going to be embarrassing for me. That would sound like a double Antranda if I read it out. No, thank you very much, Josh. And you know what? That's going to be it for this episode. Squirrels, really. Okay, you know what? If I do more of these, I'll draft the squirrels, and I'll see if I can also do the maybe make a historic brawl deck with squirrels. Maybe we have enough? Who's to say? Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode, the Magic Arena run. Thank you so... Hold on. Hey, wild card. I'll take that. So, thank you very much, Jeff Ellis. Thank you very much, Jericho Ilagan. Thank you very much, Alfonso Paul, aka Sliver Hive is a scam. Okay, I'm leaning towards 80% agreeing with you. Okay, 9 times out of 10, so 90%. Thank you very much, Tim Sopkak. Also, thank you very much, Josh D. Stank. Also, I'm going to try to see if I missed anyone else. Kind of hard to see. 3 reactions, 5. I wish the reactions would spread out, give me more details here. Like, I could use a lot more details in the system. Like, I only see the chats. Oh wait. Josh D. Sanks. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And to all the rest of our viewers, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Oh yeah, really do stay safe. I would definitely say Delta's not a joke. I know a lot of people that got infected a lot more because of this variant. Please stay safe, everyone. Take care.